I love it when my fellow Californians realize that we have accents, because really, all of you got accents, right? Doesn't matter if you're speaking, doesn't matter if you're signing, you all got accents, they're all beautiful. And the thing that comes up fairly often is that here in California, we don't pronounce a lot of the T's. And yeah, sure, T is interesting and we're gonna talk about it, but a lot of this stuff isn't exclusive to Californians, right? Like, I might say Sacramento instead of Sacramento, and someone from Atlanta might say Atlanta, right? Someone from Toronto might say Toronto. And this is a post-nasal T deletion that's pretty common, especially with things that you say frequently. Like, instead of I don't know, you might say I don't know or I don't know. Instead of saying went away, you might say went away. And in the case of California, we got a lot of places with Spanish names, right? Like Santa Cruz, Santa Rosa, Santa Monica, where in English that T often gets smashed down. But if you're speaking Spanish or Spanglish or something else, it might sound different. And in addition to being smashed down after a nasal, T can also shapeshift when it comes before a nasal, particularly with something that we call the syllabic N, which is an N sound that can form a syllable on its own, right? And when we get this T and syllabic N combo, this T often becomes glottalized, right? Becomes a glottal stop. And that's where we get things like mountain or curtain or certain or kitten or button. And it's still more layers to this cake because when a T comes in between a stressed and unstressed vowel, it's very common in North America to just give it a tap, right? We're just tapping our tongue on the alveolar ridge behind our top teeth. And that leads to things like El Cerrito, where I used to live, being pronounced more like El Cerrito. We also see that in maybe like the Clarita in Santa Clarita. And another one of my favorite T alterations is after S sounds in particular, and especially when linking words together. Like, instead of best friend, I might say best friend, right? Instead of trust me, I might say trust me. And it's more we can get into, but I want to end off by saying there is some times where a good, solid, full T is useful, right? Like, I hit the T hard in El Cerrito del Norte.